Couple of Class 3s and a Class 2 to finish off the programme here. Race number 6 is a Class 3 contest, and the extended mile, the 1650, is the trip once more. Headed by Shafano, who takes the drop in class. Has his first start for John Moore as well, previously with Tony Millard. It's a 4-time course and distance winner, one of those coming this year. My Ally. Probably roll forward from barrier 9, £10 off his back as well, courtesy of Alfie Chan. Jolly Honour likes to roll forward as well. He's got barrier 12. All you know, runner-up last time out behind Bigwood. Generator, runner-up over the 1,200 metres last time out. Big odds behind Most Beautiful. Starship's a 3-time winner. They've all been at Shartin, though. He's got barrier number 11. Now, as far as Chung Fa's concerned, and Jolly Honour of Me Choice has been up at Chung Fa in the last month.
Pace of this race is interesting. My Ally for Alfie Chan took off like there was no tomorrow last start and ran extremely fast sectionals and still stuck on for third behind True Grit, who ran a class record in his last start. So you would think that tactic may be utilised again with the extra light weight. You'll probably have some street somewhere, Jolly Honour. You've got horses like Looking Good and potentially as well Shafano, who went forward last start. Blinkers have come off though, and the crossover noseband, so that potentially is a variable with Shafano. But My Ally does look the leader based on his last start.
Here is Shafano. He's changed stables. He's now with John Moore. Zach Purton will take them out on race day. He's riding him here in this track work. He has had a trial too with Zach aboard, and he's just doing nice and quiet work here. Has to carry the 133, but it's drawn well. Thought Looking Good's going well at the moment, and he might get the pace race to suit in this with My Ally going faster in front, and he goes nicely here with his bits. So just showing the two bits. All
right, OK, we'll start off here with Generator. It was a slashing run last time out. That was over the 1,200 metres last week, in actual fact, at Happy Valley. We're looking back at his run in May, over course and distance. He actually drew the same barrier on this occasion as well, barrier 1 to finish third.
Well, you can only judge him on what you've seen, and that makes it difficult because he did run third at the Valley 1650 at a big price behind Win-Win. I made him the long shot when he went to Shartin. He went terrible. And then he went terrible on the all-weather at the sprint trip, and then he's come back to the Valley at the sprint trip and gone really well again. So it's hard to know. What we can work out from that is that the 2 runs at the Valley have both been good.
Yeah, I've got him in on a minor line to keep him safe for that reason. I think he's a Valley horse, what we've seen so far. Although it's limited starts, it's still early.
Yeah, it looks like the step back up to the 1650 looks ideal for him based on that last start effort as well. My Ally, if he finds the front from barrier 9, he'll give them something to chase. I
think he will, but look, he's got the apprentice on. First time he's riding here at Happy Valley with the 10 pounds. I think the horse is going to go quite quick. He'll be in front for a long period of the race. Whether he can hang on, that's the question mark. I think he can for a long period, and I've got 1 to beat him.
He led at some really quick fractionals there, and some strong horses got over the top of him. He had Cordyceps chasing him, and Cordyceps couldn't get near him in the last little bit, and he's had a decent season. So he obviously likes that style of racing, judged on that, and for that reason, I think he's hard to leave out.
All right, all you know, his form looks pretty solid around the course and distance as well. He was running up behind Bigwood. I think it's a nice horse. He's a 2-time course and distance.
Yeah, the little grey fella. I've had a lot of time for him from day one, all you know, and he's done a reasonable job. This will be start 20, looking for his 3rd win. He's had 5 minors and a 4th. Drawn well for Chad Schofield, who has had a couple of rides on the horse, and he'll be hoping there's a strong tempo. And with a lightish weight, I expect him to try and find the line pretty strongly, and he chased a nice one there in Bigwood.
Interesting, they're putting the tongue tie on for the first time with him as well, all you know. So maybe there's a little issue there, but he's been running well without it.
Yeah.
OK, one more to have a look at, and that is Looking Good. Again, we saw that track work. This is what he did last time out behind Good Beauty.
Yeah, this is over 1,400 metres. He steps up now to 1650. Here's 1 here at Happy Valley before this horse. I think he'll get the race run to suit. He's a Class 4 winner, but he's here with a really light weight. He's placed here in Class 3. From barrier 4, I expect, my theory is My Ally will take off, and Looking Good, I think, can finish over the top of him.
Yeah, he'll drop in behind the speed. Yeah. He's an interesting horse. He has won over 1,200 twice, both in lower grades, but I sort of get the feeling the more racing he's had, the more he likes probably 14 or 16, where he can actually get into the prey early as opposed to being hard-ridden. So I think he's a bit lazy from time to time too, but Grant Van Niekerk will sort that out, no doubt.
He certainly will. Our favourite here, Paul, My Ally, but you're taking him on.
Yeah, I am. We've got him in there for second. I think Looking Good can finish over the top of him, especially if he goes slightly too quick. My Ally, I think he's going to go to the front and make it a real staying test. So he's on top. looking good to beat my ally. He'll be there for a long period, and he might hang on. But I thought Looking Good could get over the top of him. Jade Fortune's a well-rated horse now. He's won off a rating of 81. He's now down to a rating of 76 from barrier 2. His form's terrible, but he's going better than that. He's had a few excuses. And a Generator, one we talked about earlier on, 11, 5, 2 and 10.
I've got 3 of those numbers in, as Paul does. I had 1 on the bench as well, the 10 on the bench for me, that being Generator, but he's a definite player in the race. I'm going with my little old grey fellow. All You Know, had a bit of time for it. That probably didn't come out too well, did it? Jade Fortune, Looking Good, and my ally, 9, 2, 11, 5. I'm going with the old grey fellow, All You Know, who's actually only a young fellow still.
Yes, only a 5-year-old. There you go. I left the favourite out. He's only actually got £4 on his less on his back than he did last time. So we'll see what happens. Barrier 9, I thought, looked
We go to a commercial
tricky
break.
for me.